really perfect down, you don't need to rush them.
No, you don't.
Be much more patient with the things that aren't high priorities. Obviously, the stuff that's like life or death, make sure we got that checked out.
Absolutely.
But we don't need to teach a perfect sit, a perfect heel, a perfect down in a weekend. We can teach it in 8 weeks. There's no rush. Is that a fair way to assess it?
Oh, I think it's a critical way of assessing it. I think that aligns exactly with me. For example, in the training book, there's a lot of why we're doing what we're doing. There's a lot of explanation. Because I personally don't like to be told, here's what you do, 1, 2, 3, ABC. Sure. I want to know the whys and the wherefores before you tell me, oh, let's start the program. So there's a lot of that. And then at the back of the book, the second half of the book is a series of 16 lessons. And from the first lesson to the 16th lesson, if you follow the schedule laid out in the book, you don't have to. You could do it slower. I wouldn't do it faster. You can do it slower if you want to, though. But if you follow the exact schedule, the average dog in 6 weeks has got a pretty decent degree of off-leash reliability from reasonable distances with reasonable distractions. And that's fucking fast because it took me 30 weeks with my Greyhound. The key point that I want to make is out of 16 lessons, you called out the down. We put that at lesson 10. We put that deep into the program. A lot of dog trainers who get bitten, if you look at dog trainers who put pressure on dogs, the dog trainer who gets bit has probably put the down too far forward into the dog training relationship. You're asking the dog to do something he doesn't understand. A lot of people say, oh, it's because you're asking him to be submissive and you're being dominant. I don't see things so much in that light.
I think the way the dog gets out of the pressure is through biting. Some dogs will submit, but other dogs will get out of the pressure.
I agree. Well, especially because you're physically cornering the dog. Whether he's in a corner or not, doesn't matter. You're asking him to lock his body into a position. You're hovering over him. You can put some of these dogs into a fight or flight stage, and you have cut off the avenue of flight. So some of them will just down. Most of them will down. 98% of them will down.
Right.
But there's a few percent that are going to be, hell no, I don't know what to do with this. You got to stop. And that's why we put it deep into the program, because we wanted to build relationship, build understanding, get the dog trusting the handlers before we ever went to the down. So it's pretty deep into the process.